It's Wednesday, which means it's Personal Development Live Broadcast Day. So today, the topic is progress over perfection and how you can start celebrating yourself and stop feeling like a loser. Stop feeling like you're unproductive or you're not making progress toward your goals. And I actually posted a couple days ago, or I shared a post from my friend Alexandra Jameson, who is a brilliant women's empowerment coach. And she wrote the book, Getting to Hell Yes, that I talk about all the time. She co-wrote it with her husband, Bob Gower. She wrote this list that she offered to her audience of all of her accomplishments. And then with that, some of the failures, the so-called failures, the things that didn't go well, but were tied to the accomplishments. So for instance, she wrote, that she has coached thousands of women throughout the years and led them to, their own big aha moments and realizations and their own success. But she's also had thousands of sales calls, of sales coaching calls that turned into nothing. And I really want us to all start celebrating the wins, professional, personal, big, small, in our own lives, so that we can see that we have actually done a lot, So the first exercise that I offer in the video description, well, first I linked Alex's post. So there's a little link in the video description so that you can go and check out that post in the private group yourself. And then I gave you two exercises. The first is writing a list of your hell yeah, I did that. Hell yeah, I did that list. And just write down all of the things, big and small, that you have accomplished. All of the things, big and small. I'm talking about, I don't know, I was part of the team that won first place in the South Jersey pom-pom dance competition in 1989. Oh, dang it. I don't know where that just came from in the back of my memory, but I wish I had that jacket right now to show you. I still have the shiny blue and gold jacket from the South Jersey pom-pom dance competition where we danced to Electric Youth. I still know some of the routine. Electric Youth by Debbie Gibson. But that happens. I've also raised 5 beautiful children. Well, partially raised. Some of them, jury's still out whether or not they're going to turn out good. And, I've made lots and lots and lots of good decisions. I've accomplished a lot in my life. So list those things. That hell yeah, I did that list. And I want you to make this a practice for every day. At the end of your day, to journal, the things that didn't go right, but also the things that did. And I've been talking about that in other videos, like really taking account of the good things that happened during your day. But for right now, this is an intentional long ass list. Maybe put it in a place that you can revisit and start writing down the good, amazing things that you have done, that you have accomplished, and maybe offer them in the comments below. Like just start listing them. Just start listing all the good stuff and inspire other people to think of the things that they might not rate as an accomplishment, might not rate as a win. So put those in the comments and I'll share some of mine too. So the first part of the exercise is the hell yeah, I did that list. But I also want you to write a thank you note to your failures. That's a cute, fun thing to do. A thank you note to your failures. Thanking them for the lessons, for the specific lessons. Like, get specific, get real, get honest. Like, this thing was a total fuck up, but I learned this. Here's where I fucked up. This is what I learned. Because that can feel good too. So write that thank you note. And look, I know I'm giving you stuff to do, and that 99% of you who see this are going to be like, I'm not doing that. I'm not. Or you think, oh yeah, that's such a great idea. I would love to do that. And then you won't. Like, you won't write it. And I want to offer that the thing that separates people, besides privilege and all of that kind of stuff, like putting aside inherent privilege and systemic oppression, but for people who want to make things happen and who actually do, the thing that separates them is actually going after it, is actually doing the work. Self-care is work, y'all. It's not just sitting on your ass and thinking good thoughts. Like, we are machines moving through life. Our body, our physical body, our energetic bodies, they need love. They need attention. They need fuel. So you have to actually do the work. There's stuff involved. It's a doing thing, not a thinking about thing. And I do these things. I sit down, I write lists, I journal, I have an accountability partner. I educate myself through reading and watching videos and listening to books constantly. There is always an audiobook playing in my car. Not necessarily self-help. I actually avoid that like the plague, but I'm always learning something. I'm always taking information in and processing it and applying it to my life so that my life can be better. So I can be a better service to my community, to my family, to myself. So this is work. So I know 99% of you are not going to do this. For the 1% who does, pause up. I love you. You are my people, and we are going to go far together. So, hell yeah, I did that. Hell yeah, I did that list. Number one, first part of the first exercise. And the second part is thank you letter to your failures. And if you want to share that in the group, please do that. It inspires me to see you doing the work. It inspires me to do my own work. Okay? So do that. And then the next exercise, which is in a similar vein, and it was posted by my friend Kate Northrup in her private group, her private Origin Collective membership group. But basically, without giving away her content for free to you, her paid content for free, basically she asked us to list the right decisions that we've made. We spend so much time being hard on ourselves, making long lists of all the ways that we have messed up, all the wrong decisions we've made that have landed us in despair and discomfort and suffering. But what if we wrote a list of the right decisions that we've made? And I was really surprised by my responses, and I'm going to share them in detail in the comments because I have to go over and copy and paste in the comments in the private group. I know some of you are watching on YouTube, so you have to join the private Facebook group, and the link is in the video description to see it. But I listed things like moving out on my own when I was 17, saying yes to the invitation for the 80s movie makeout party 13 years ago that my now husband invited me to. Things like that. Taking my resume, bringing my resume in to when I was acting as a backup yogi on another yoga person's television show and giving it to the executive producer. Like having those balls or having that vagina to do that, right? Like just these right decisions that I made when I had no idea what the outcome was going to be, but it did turn out well. So making a list of good decisions that might be unconventional, that you wouldn't have known the outcome to. Terry wrote, many learn from their mistakes, but do not walk the talk. Thank you for this pep talk. For so many of us do take all you say quite seriously. You are an inspiration. Thank you. I'm so glad that you take it seriously. This is not a pep talk. This is instruction. This is me sharing what works for me and wanting you to take it if it feels good and run with it. And try it even if it doesn't feel good. Just try it out. Just do it first before you say it's bullshit. Because these things do work. They don't just work for me, they work for a lot of people. Kat said balls are sensitive, vaginas and vulvas can take a beating. I know. That's why I corrected myself. Because my poor lady parts they've been through war. They've been through a lot. And they're still working. I mean, post days. So those exercises are things that I want you to do. I'm cuddling up with my sweatshirt because I'm getting cold. Those exercises are things that I want you to do, and I want you to share your experience in the comments. I'm going to repeat again the 3 things that you're going to find in the video description that are mentioned in this video. The link to the original post from Alex Jameson that I shared in the private Facebook community. I want you to see what she wrote and be inspired by it. I want you to make your hell yeah, I did that list. And then thank you for these specific failures and the lessons that they taught me. Letter. This is important work. And then the second exercise, which you can really combine in the first one, but maybe not. Maybe do it as a separate exercise. The list of right decisions that you've made. Right? The list of the scariest decisions that you've made that turned out well. The times you took leaps of faith. And they could be little leaps, like little hops, or big giant leaps. But those times when you didn't really have that gut feeling that says yes or no, but you decided, you made the choice in your head to say yes, and it turned out well. The good decisions that you've made. And you'll see as you're writing this, how good it feels, how you realize how deserving you are of accolades, of appreciation, of respect, of admiration. You'll see those things. And I hope that you look at it from an objective lens and see how wonderful and special and brilliant and genius you are in your own life. And how forgetting how great you are has led you to a place of feeling like an unproductive loser. And all you needed to do is remember that you've made all these good decisions. So sometimes we just need to remind ourselves of the good stuff that we've done so that we can do it again and not forget that we have that ability, that we have that power. All right, that's it. I'm so excited to get back down to my desk and get back to work because it really is what fuels me. It really is my life's blood. I want you to acknowledge the things, the little steps that you've taken to achieve growth and progress in your life, and that it's never been perfect. It's never been perfect. I will never be perfect. I will never show up here with my hair did. Maybe I will if I had slept on it from the night before and I had an event and someone else did it, but it will always be messy for me. It will always be honest. It will always be with love, but perfection is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for progress. I'm looking for self-love. I'm looking for self-care. I'm looking for moving forward toward my goal without any attachment to actually ever reaching it. It's just about forward progress. Okay? So love you. I will see you on Monday for a live video, a live meditation video in here. Please keep your comments and your requests and questions coming. I love them. BEXLIFE runs on your hopes and desires. It really, really does. And I need to keep hearing them. And that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you in the group in about 5 minutes because I can't stay away. Bye-bye.